I have it set for the 10-minute pre-stream. Cummings.
Anyway, don't forget to remember, come on down, say hello, bring your mask. You guys are wearing masks anyway. I'll probably wear mine around, so I'll be hermetically sealed in a large plastic cube. So safe that it's just, you know, won't even be able to see you. But I'll be there. I'll be there to scream at you. I'll be there to tell you how it works.
Virginia.
But you know what to do. Okay, everybody. God bless.
Even then, I wouldn't risk going. Not with my immune system. As much as I want to meet him again, I can't risk it. Good morning, everyone. It's your favorite Friday podcast. At least I hope it is. I really don't know if it's your favorite. If it's not your favorite, then don't at me, please. Welcome to our 6th episode of Fandoms and Coffee. It's already been 6 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
What the
We've been
heck?
doing this for 6 weeks.
It doesn't feel like it's been 6 weeks already. Anyway, we were originally going to be talking Silent Hill with Halloween being next week, but because Konami's got some stuff going on and we don't want to risk getting on anybody's bad side and possibly risking lawsuits that I know for a fact we couldn't afford, we're going to be talking Kingdom Hearts instead.
Mm-hmm.
Square Enix is a little more lenient on people who do podcasts about their stuff. They actually encourage it.
Yeah, I was actually researching it before, and I was like, is this going to be okay? And then I realized, yeah, it should be fine.
Yeah, thankfully, my wife is on top of the research portion, because I have a bad habit of, let's do the thing. Did you look at the thing? Pfft, who needs to look at the thing?
We could get sued.
Oh, crap. Anyway.
That's literally how that conversation went.
To be fair,
When it came to Silent Hill.
To be fair, I was still waking up, and I had been up since like 5 a.m. Just like today.
Neither of us have been sleeping very well lately.
Which is why we have coffee.
Yeah.
Caramel blend espresso.
Ooh.
I did a custom blend of the espresso beans with the caramel beans and then mixed the caramel macchiato creamer in there with some extra sugar. One of these days I'll get fancy and make whipped coffee.
Ooh.
But I have to get up at like 6 a.m. to do that.
Ew.
Anyway, so Kingdom Hearts.
Yay.
AKA Final Fantasy on crack.
Where none of the lore makes sense.
To quote Whose Lines Anyway, welcome to Kingdom Hearts, where the lore is made up and the story doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Anyways, so let's start off with a quick synopsis of the first game. You're a kid on an island. Just doing kid stuff. Playing with swords, running around, building a raft to get off of this island and travel the world. What?
It's a pretty small island.
It is, but you're building a raft that looks like it could be...
before that, you're in some sort of dream.
Oh, right. I forgot about the stupid dream bullshit.
I recently replayed 1.
Fair. I haven't played 1 since 3 came out. Which was, I think, like 2 years ago now?
It was a year ago.
Was it a year ago?
Well, no.
No, it was 2 years ago because it was before my surgery.
It was 2 years ago.
Jeez, 3's already been out for 2 years. Anyway. So, dream sequence. You dropped some LSD before you went to bed or something. I don't fucking know. Just Sora, who's the main character, did drugs before bed. Don't do drugs, kids. Yeah, and it's interesting because the dream sequence, you're climbing this literal stained glass staircase. Everything is made out of stained glass. The floors, the doors, the
Personally,
boxes.
I'd be afraid to break anything.
It's like that bridge in China. You know the one.
Yeah.
I would take one step and I would die.
It's one of the reasons why I want to go to the Tokyo Skytree, just to say that I've done it.
You have fun.
You'll be at the cafe.
I will be standing at the doorway going, have a good time.
No, you'll probably end up going to the cafe. No,
Yeah, probably.
Because
coffee.
they're themed as well.
But coffee.
Yeah.
The important part. There's coffee.
I want to go to the Square Enix cafe.
So you're going through this. Everything is made of stained glass. There's voices talking to you, telling you to pick magic, fighting, or defense. Telling you to get rid of magic, fighting, or defense. And then there's these little black, adorable, tiny little squishables called Heartless.
I love them.
And you have a sword that's a key.
The normal Heartless. Not in this part. You don't get the Keyblade until,
Oh, it's after everything.
No, you either have the staff, the shield, or the sword.
Right, depending on what you pick is the most important to you.
Oh, go for the sword. Go for the shield. Always go for the shield.
No, go for magic.
I always chose the shield.
The shield always got me screwed over. I always went magic and drop shield. So you pick one of 3 stats that you think is the most important to you, and you get this prompt that says, really, is that so important? And you just say yes. Otherwise you will spend your entire game time sitting there going, is it really important? And then you pick which stat is the least important to you. You pick up the weapon of the stat you think was just most important. For me, I always got the staff because I always picked magic, because magic is badass.
I picked the shield.
Neither of us picked attack, which is interesting.
If you do attack, it gives you a lot of problems later.
Not really. Not in my experience, but my go-to has always been magic, because I'm always a case of, I'm going to blast you from over here, and don't you dare come near me. You stay in your circle.
I don't care how small the room is, I cast Fireball!
Exactly. That's how I played Sora.
Yeah, no, I picked the shield and got rid of attack.
So you're going through this as Sora, the main character, this little brown, spiky-haired, clown shoe-wearing motherfucker. Mind you, he's like
that fit you. Jesus Christ.
He's like 12. He's a child. And he's going through this whole dreamscape, has to face his shadow self, which turns into a giant, super tall, Hot Topic looking motherfucker. And I'm talking the original Hot Topic, not the new Hot Topic. And
I apologize for my sniffles now. I've been suffering with really bad allergies.
Yeah, the changing of the seasons has brought allergies upon us. Did you take your meds?
I was just about to.
Okay. So yeah, you fight this thing, you defeat it, and you get sucked into a black hole, and you wake up in your bed. Your mom is downstairs making breakfast. A protag with a living parent.
That you never hear of again.
Yeah, no, whatever happened to his mother?
I don't know, like, I've played 2, 3, and everything in between, and...
You never hear of her again.
No, you never hear of his parents, ever again.
But he obviously had a healthy relationship with his parents. His mom's downstairs making breakfast, making sure he's okay. All this other stuff. You never actually see her. But you know she's there because you can hear her calling for you. Sora's, he eats his breakfast, we assume. And then leaves to go to Destiny Island, which is attached to his home or whatever. I don't know. And
it is his home.
You meet up with his 2 friends. Riku, the obvious love interest.
Riku!
And Kairi, the obvious love interest. Wait a second. Square Enix, what did you do?
Riku, Kairi, Riku!
Okay, so Riku is your BFF, your ride or die, your right to your link.
We watched Good Mythical Morning a lot yesterday.
I absolutely love Good Mythical Morning. It is one of my favorites, and Rhett and Link, if you ever see this, I'm sorry if our podcast sucks, but I love you. Anyway, so Riku is this super hardcore edgelord.
He is a hot topic looking motherfucker.
He does. He looks like he got his hair dye, his shoes, his everything from Hot Topic.
The look improves as the games go on.
Thank God, his first outfit was ridiculous. It was like bright yellow with this weird blue, and it looked like somebody had too much fun on MS Paint back in the 90s.
Ugh.
Yes, I'm bringing that back. And then there's Kyrie, the BFF to both of the boys and the quote-unquote love interest.
For both of them, apparently.
Yeah. This little redhead, pink sweater wearing little shit. It's no secret I hate Kyrie with a passion.
I could take her or leave her, personally. I don't love her, I don't hate her. She's there, and I'm like, alright.
To me, she reminds me too much of Aerith.
Fair!
From 7, and you know how much I dislike her.
We will cover Final Fantasy another day.
Oh, there is a Final Fantasy episode coming. We're going to have to do a separate one for each game, because each game has its own
I've only played 7, 10, and 15.
I have some work to do. Anyway.
Well, to be fair, you saw how I grew up. What time did I have to play video games?
Which is completely fair, but it doesn't change the fact of I have not made you play the other Final Fantasies, and this hurts my soul. The only one that really doesn't matter to me is 14, but we'll get to that later. Anyway.
It's out another day.
So there's Kyrie, this little girl who's just like, you know, if you eat the Palpu fruit with somebody you care about, you're bound forever.
She basically gave you the lore in like 2 seconds.
Yeah, she gave you the Cliff Notes version. That was the Cliff Notes of the Cliff Notes.
It's all that really matters.
And Riku's like, hey, let's race for it. Whoever wins gets to give Kyrie the Palpu fruit.
I spent 40 minutes trying to beat that motherfucker.
You kept restarting it like I did, didn't you?
Yep.
Because, I'm sorry, I didn't want to lose to him.
I spent 40 minutes and I still couldn't do it.
Yeah, so...
But that's because those games I have trouble with the controls.
So do I. So, Riku and Sora do this obstacle course race, which is bullshit, by the way.
Unless you know how to work the crane in the first go.
Yeah, if you don't know how to work the crane, you're fucked. And most of the times, unless you're super fucking lucky, you lose to Riku, and he's just like, maybe I can give her the power fruit. It's like, nah, never mind, I'm just gonna name the raft. He names it the High Wind. Which, if y'all don't get the reference, we'll get to that momentarily. And so, y'all decide we're gonna sail away from Destiny Island. We're gonna go and explore the world.
We're gonna make something of ourselves.
And we're gonna leave our families behind. We're not gonna tell our parents we're going. We're just gonna go.
You never hear of parents of the other two. Of the other two.
No, but you do run into some characters that are very interesting. You run into Waka, Titus, not Titus. I'm still mad about how they pronounce his name in Kingdom Hearts. It's Titus. It's not Titus.
It's Titus.
It's Titus. It's been Titus since Final Fantasy X, 10-2. I'm fine. And then, I forgot the other two, but, you mean, I suddenly forgot her name, god dang it. The blonde chick with the scarf.
Are we talking about on the island still?
Yeah.
I fucking forgot. It's been way too long.
Because it's like Selfie or Celty, something like that, the little brown-haired chick. And then I want to say Riku. No, not Riku, because then that would clash. You meet some characters from Final Fantasy X, 10-2, and I believe Final Fantasy 8. It's either 8 or 6 that...
Do you realize how long it took me to realize that they were referencing that?
My, that is a lovely shade of purple on our banner there, isn't it?
To be fair, again, I didn't really play Final Fantasy growing up.
Yeah, that was one of my go-tos. So...
The only reason I played Kingdom Hearts was because, I had a friend and I didn't actually get to play the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. So, you all go to bed. Sora's sitting there like, it's gonna be great, we're gonna go sailing, we have coconuts, we have fish, we have eggs, we have all the snackage. Mind you, they have enough snacks for like 2 days before they have to commit cannibalism. But, you know.
Or just yeet yourself into the ocean, it'll be fine.
I mean... I don't know, Kyrie seems like the kind who would quickly resort to cannibalism. And all of a sudden, the wind kicks up, and Sora looks outside the window. There's a storm. No, the raft. Not the raft. books it to the island. There's these black critters from his dream everywhere. There's Heartless everywhere. Fight ensues, tries to fight his friends. Riku is standing there holding, I think he's holding Kairi?
He is holding Kairi.
Right. Again, it's been a while since I've played number 1. But shit goes crazy. Things go banana sandwich. Riku goes dark side. And you sink into the abyss and you black out. And that's Kingdom Hearts 1.
Great game, everybody.
Wait, there's more?
Great game, everybody. That's it. That's all there is. What do you mean there's more?
That island, to be fair, if you played it the first time you didn't know how the mechanics worked, it took like a good 2-3 hours to get away from that island.
I spent almost 4.
I was doing an average.
I know. I'm just over here like...
So you wake up in this lovely little town called Traverse Town, where there's nobody anywhere. Like, it looks like a ghost town. It's a little terrifying.
A little bit.
You go around and... Oh, by the way, cutscene!
Cutscenes everywhere.
Wait a minute, what do you mean there's Mickey Mouse and Donald and Goofy and Minnie and all this shit? There's Disney characters too?
Alright.
What is Disney doing in my Final Fantasy game?
It's just alright. They did a Disney thing.
So King Mickey is just that. He's the king of the Realm of Light and has been missing. Minnie's like, you need to go find him. Donald and Goofy are just like, we'll go do the thing. They end up in Traverse Town and
everybody's just like, good fucking luck, bro.
Have fun. Don't die. Good luck storming the castle. You think it's gonna work?
Probably not.
Take a miracle.
That was Chippendale.
Yeah, no. Chip and Dale were pulling the Princess Bride reference. You can't tell me they weren't.
They're like, are they gonna survive? Probably not. Alright.
Yeah, no. They were just like, we just sent them to their deaths. Have fun. And so you end up meeting with Donald and Goofy.
After about an hour, 2 hours of running around.
Pulling some bullshit.
You
by the way,
meet them until...
you have a sword.
Now you have a sword.
But it's not a sword.
It's a key.
It's a key.
No, but you don't actually meet with them for at least another good hour and a half of fighting Heartless and then running around the town trying to find
Squall.
out what the fuck you're doing.
And then Squall shows up. He's pretty, okay.
They're all pretty, okay?
Oh, and then you meet Aerith. No.
I kind of ignored the fact that she was there.
But Yuffie was there.
Yuffie was there, that mattered.
Which is interesting, because Squall is from 8. Yuffie and Aerith are from 7.
Everything's connected.
Again, going back to referencing the Jake Holland Vine. All the Marvel movies, they're connected. Click.
All the Final Fantasy games, they're connected. Click.
Bam. So yeah, no, all this shit starts happening. You meet Final Fantasy characters. You meet Donald and Goofy, and more Heartless. And now there's 101 Dalmatians lost everywhere that you have to find the puppies, and...
The rewards are good, though.
Yeah, but the problem is, do you know how hard it is to find those little shits?
Oh, I know. I tried. I think I was missing, like, 3.
I never 100%'d it.
I couldn't. It's...
So yeah, no, it's... After that, it's just... The easiest way to put it is... The princesses have what's called the Heart of Light. And you need 7 of them?
I think so. Again, it's been a while since I've actually played it. I'll go back and see it then. Oh, yeah, and Maleficent's a thing.
Yeah, Maleficent is one of the ones pulling all of this bullshit.
Surprise, surprise.
Are we at all surprised? Like, show of hands, who's surprised?
The only thing I'm surprised about is that she recruited Pete.
Yeah,
She's kind of useless. I'm not
kind
gonna
of.
lie.
For those who don't know, Pete was the main antagonist in most of the, well, not the antagonist, but more of the anti-hero.
Not even that. He was just kind of there.
He was a nuisance in a lot of, like, the Goofy cartoons and stuff like that.
He plays more of a part in, like, actual present part in, like... No, he was an original antagonist in the very early on of cartoons.
In the black and white, he was a protagonist. He was the good guy.
No.
No, he was. in the original black and white cartoons, Pete was a good guy. He and Mickey were BFFs. When Mickey was still Steamboat Willie. I'm talking way, way back.
I know you're talking way, way back. I just had to remember because I as far as animation goes, that's one of my favorite things to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But, he's just kind of there.
He really is, and he tries to be evil in Kingdom Hearts, but he ends up being more of a nuisance than anything. Like, he is an actual...
You hear his voice and you're like, oh god, what do you
Not again.
Oh god, what do you want?
No more. Never again.
Basically, you're going, oh god, what do you want?
Yeah, so the whole point, like, King Mickey went missing to try and find the Hearts of Light.
Before they did.
The original Princesses of Light were Alice, even though she wasn't a princess. Her heart was stolen by, go figure, the Queen of Hearts, who you end up...
Isn't that like the first world you visit?
The first world you visit is Wonderland. That's not Traverse Town.
That's what I mean.
And good luck trying to figure out the puzzles in that one. That was a nightmare.
After that, it's pretty much downhill.
And then, one of the other Hearts of Light was Snow White. You don't actually visit her world in the first one, which I would have loved to have seen how that played out. But considering how much they put in there, I can see why they didn't do it.
Yeah, but especially since, that Snow White was one of my favorite movies as a kid.
Mm-hmm. And then there's Jasmine, who, when you go to Agrabah, you know, Jafar tries to steal her heart.
Surprise, surprise. This isn't Persona, guys.
For those who don't know, my wife just glared at me because I dabbed.
I almost kicked you.
I welcome dab.
Same.
And then there's Belle, who, you know, Beauty and the Beast, all that.
That was another one we didn't get to visit, right?
No, you did.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, because you meet Lumiere and all of them.
I forgot. It's been a long time.
You visit it briefly in the first game. It's more prominent in the second game.
Right.
In the first game, you visit a portion of the castle, but you go there because that's how you get to the area where you have to get ready to fight Ansem, Seeker of Darkness, Destroyer of Worlds!
That was something falling in the bathtub.
Mm-hmm.
I know the...
Yeah, I didn't have to do that one over and over and over and over again. I'm fine. Ansem didn't completely obliterate me 17 times in a row while I tried to kick his ass.
What do you mean? Atlantica doesn't exist.
We're not talking about that.
It doesn't exist. I don't acknowledge it, therefore it does not exist.
But yeah, so Belle's heart was actually connected to the rose that cursed Beast.
That's not surprising to me.
Surprise, surprise. Show of hands who's surprised, and survey says nobody. There's Cinderella, who... she is a princess of heart, but we don't get to visit her world.
Right, it was Cinderella that we didn't get to visit, not Belle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then Aurora, are we surprised with Maleficent being the main bad guy?
Nah, not really.
Although, the seventh one was not any of the actual Disney princesses. It was Kyrie.
Because you gotta be connected somehow.
I can't stand her.
Again,
I want to drop click her off a cliff.
I could take her or leave her.
Yeah, so the whole point of the first game is to save the princesses' hearts and to keep Kingdom Hearts, which at this point is just an abstract concept. They never actually tell you what Kingdom Hearts is until 3.
They don't, and it bothers me.
All you know is Ansem wants to access Kingdom Hearts. He's the super big bad. He is like... Whereas Riku looks like the Hot Topic kid, Ansem is the, like, the goth late 80s, early 90s, the Cure, the Sex Pistols. Like, he was the goth kid that was the one that created the precedents for the Hot Topic kid. Like,
I'm gonna make a quick reference here. Goth Jesus.
People who won't get that reference, I'm sorry. Watch Rico the Genetic Opera.
I'm sorry, but I'm really not.
Yeah, no, But Ansem is the big bad. He keeps telling you that, you'll fail. My evil plans will come to fruition. You will never succeed.
My nefarious plans.
My nefarious plans. Before Cinder was a thing, he had nefarious plans before she did. And, surprise, you kick his ass after 17 attempts.
Oh, only 17? Only 17?
I'm not counting the times that I had to go back and grind.
What makes you think I didn't quit after that?
If I count the times that I was grinding to level, it took me 48 attempts to beat him.
I gave up.
I didn't. I had gotten so pissed off. I was so angry.
I went and watched a playthrough after that.
I was so angry I would not let him win. I had to kill him. So, you save these worlds, you kill Heartless, you destroy Ansem, and... Oh no, Kyrie! Wait here, I'll be back. I'm gonna jump into this black hole, and... Roll credits.
And that's the easy part of that.
Yeah.
That's the Cliff Notes version of Kingdom Hearts 1.
Unfortunately, we don't have time to go into the full...
We don't have
synopsis.
8 hours to talk about Kingdom Hearts lore.
Mm-mm.
Which, I mean, I'd love to get into, but I'm not going to.
We'll do more in-depth episodes about each particular game later on. This is just kind of a general talk of the fandom itself. So we fast forward to Kingdom Hearts 2.
Hey, babe.
Hey, Roxas.
Hey,
You
babe.
wake up in a dream world.
Get up on the Hydra's back. I think I broke him.
Fucking bullshit with the fucking Hydra and all the bullshit that comes with it. That Hydra can choke on 30 fucking dick swelling hair. It needs to die and burn in hell. I'm fine. Hi, this is lovely coffee today.
I think I broke him.
Kingdom Hearts 2.
Kingdom Hearts 2.
Surprise, stained glass. Pick a thing. Dispose of a
same.
thing. Fight Heartless.
Wait, this is the same game.
Yeah, right? Did they just revamp the graphics? Sora looks like he has different hair. Wakes up. Wait, this isn't Sora?
Sora, not Sora. Roxas, not Roxas. Ventus, not Ventus.
God damn it, Terra. So yeah, you wake up in Twilight Town. And there's this kid named Roxas. Who looks an awful lot like Sora.
He looks like a blonde Sora.
Who's voiced by Jesse McCartney.
Fun fact, everybody.
If y'all didn't know, the man who sang "Beautiful Soul" to all of us kids growing up in the 90s and 2000s on Disney, on Radio Disney, is the voice of Roxas. Hey.
And still is the voice of Roxas.
Mm-hmm. So, Roxas is doing his thing. He's going around town, hanging out with his friends. I forgot their names. It's 3 kids that run around with him, and they do odd jobs. They try to save up to have fun for the summer. They're apparently on break from school because they're doing a summer project, and they're doing it on the mysteries of Twilight Town. Turns out it's, complete and utter quote-unquote bullshit because they come up with a reason to explain it all away. But, spoiler alert, it's a glitch in the Matrix. Wait, wrong franchise. Sorry, as much as I love Kingdom Hearts, I will read it to filth.
Hayner Pensinolette.
That's what it was. I kept wanting to say Odette, but I know that wasn't right. I was close.
You were close.
But yeah, so, as much as I love Kingdom Hearts, I will read it to filth.
Oh, same.
And so...
The lore itself, if the lore alone wasn't broken as hell...
Plot holes.
There's so many plot holes that, they kind of covered them in 3.
So how about that Zigbar reveal?
Oh, fuck off.
How do you think I feel? You know how much I love that man.
Oh, dude, same.
So yeah, you're doing your thing. You're going around, you're solving these mysteries, which, surprise, there's an explanation for all of them. Boring, blah, blah, blah. You get sea salt ice cream.
Yay!
You go compete in a tournament where you literally beat the crap out of each other with foam bats.
Fun.
Glitch in the Matrix. Black hooded figure. And at that point, it just kind of goes, it escalates from there, because these weird things that look like they should be heartless but aren't heartless pop up. They look like silver puppets without bones. And I think they're called dusks.
They're nobodies.
Nobodies. Fair. There's a lot of terminology to keep track of in Kingdom Hearts.
Luckily, I remember them.
I'm glad you do, because I'm just like, hey, look, I have to hit that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Point me at the thing so I can hit it.
Yeah, there's heartless and nobodies. And that's pretty much it.
Until you get to the other games. We're just going to cover the first 3 for now. We're not going to cover the side games today, because then we'll be here forever. And I actually have to get to work at some point today.
Yeah, no. You have work like 2 or 3 hours after we end this podcast.
And if we go into the side games, like the DS games and everything, we'll be here forever.
Like Dream Drop Distance? Hey, Dream Drop Distance is actually pretty good. I
hated it. Not as much as Chain of Memories, though.
We don't talk about Chain of Memories.
Let's make Kingdom Hearts a card game.
We don't talk about that game. And then there's a new fucking rhythm game coming out.
That one I'm actually excited for.
I'm excited because I love rhythm games.
So, going back to 2. Shit goes crazy. All this shit starts happening. This guy named Axel shows up. And he's just like, we're best friends, right? Let me see if I can still... Roxas, buddy, come on. You gotta remember me, right? You're my best friend. I'm pretty sure my wife would leave me for Axel.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, you're right. To be fair, if Zigbar showed up, I would do the same thing.
I'd be like, okay, bye.
See you in a year.
Yeah, no,
I'll see you when I come to visit the animals.
There is one okay, there's a few members of Organization 13 that I hate. But one specifically...
We'll get to that. So shit happens. Axel tries to tell you to wake up, wake up, wake up. And there's this chick, Namine, who looks like a blonde Kairi. She legit looks like a blonde Kairi.
She kind of is.
Well, she is Kairi's nobody.
Mm-hmm. Just like how Roxas is Sora's.
Yeah, this is not spoiler free, so if you don't want spoilers, this is the time to tune out.
Dude, like, Kingdom Hearts is so fucking convoluted that, like...
By the time you play it, you'll probably forget anything we've said.
Yeah. Because, like, even though it's right in front of you... Oh, boy.
I've played it repeatedly, and I'm still learning stuff. Like, I've played it, the first game, at least 7 times. There's always something new to
learn about Kingdom Hearts.
And now they're getting ready to release 3 DLC.
I'm actually kind of excited about that.
I am too, but at the same time,
help me
we need to get you through San Francisco.
Okay, that is bullshit.
So, going back to 2, though, trying to stay on topic.
I actually might play it while you're at work.
Okay. So, you eventually wake up. It's Twilight Town, but you're not Roxas anymore.
Hey, Sora, what's up?
Sora wakes up in an egg.
Hey, Sora, what's up?
I require an egg.
God fucking damn it.
You knew that was coming.
I am in kicking range.
You keep threatening. Ow. That hurts so much.
Do you want it to?
Don't tempt me.
I will fucking punch your knees in.
Please do, maybe they'll get replaced. Ow. Anyway, well, my wife abuses me here. So abusive, so unloved. So, you wake up as Sora with Donald and Goofy. You wake up in the same mansion that Roxas was just in.
Wait.
Record scratch. The fuck? You find Olette, Hence, and... I forgot his name. Hayner. I keep wanting to say Hines. Yeah, Hayner. You find the 3 buddies, but they don't know who this Roxas dude is. Who the fuck? Whom's the fuck is this kid? He's not our friend. We don't even know who he is.
Hey, Sora, what's up?
Hey, we feel like we know you. Why do we know you? I don't know. It's probably just some weird coincidence. I'm gonna go get out here now. I'm gonna go find my gummy ship.
Oh, that's another thing. The gummy ship.
Forgot to cover that. Yeah, there's a ship that it's Gummi. Gummy. It looks like a children's rejected attempt at a Lego build.
It's kind of adorable.
I hate it. I hate flying the gummy ship. I hate it so much.
Same. I want it to die.
So anyway, y'all take off, go visit Hercules, get on the Hydra's back.
Get on the Hydra's back. Get up on the Hydra's back.
Hades happens, which he's a consistent in all 3 games.
He actually is, and honestly,
and he is voiced by James Woods still, which is awesome. I love James Woods.
Oh, same, but like in 3, he just seems more annoyed. You both just seem more annoyed with each other than anything.
In the first one, he's like, "I will destroy you." In the second one, he's like, here's the underworld, have fun."
Third game, he's like, "Oh God, what are you doing here?"
Literally, he's just like, "I am in the middle of something. Why are you here?"
Like basically, in the third game, you cover what happened in the movie.
Yeah, the third game literally goes over what happens in the movie. But anyway,
he's like, "I'm not even working with them anymore. I'm doing my own thing. Fuck off.
I'm on my own. Go away. Get off of my get off my my mountain."
That's literally what he does too. Just yeet.
Bye, bitch. So yeah, in 2, you go to the underworld.
Down the mountain, up the mountain.
We'll get to that. 2, you go to the underworld, and surprise, more Final Fantasy connections. Hey, there's Sir Auron from Final Fantasy X, who is stuck there because he screwed up, and now he's basically pulling the "I can never leave. I am nothing but Sid. I am evil. I think he is the most precious thing ever. I don't care what he says. Sir Auron is the love of my life from 10, and I will fight anybody." Anyway. So, you go through, you save Megara, you save Herc, you save the world, you move on to the next one. You're looking for this group that calls himself Organization 13. And you bounce from world to world to world to world to world.
There's more worlds in 2.
There is, but they wanted to have at least as many worlds as there are Organization 13, which actually makes sense. And 2 introduced us to one of my favorite worlds, Pirates of the Caribbean.
I still need to get to that.
Port Royale. Ow. Sorry, I shifted, my lower back crunched. But yeah, so Organization 13 is run by a guy named Xemnas, who looks an awful lot like Ansem from the first game. There's no way that they're connected, right?
No, totally not.
Nah, they're totally not the same person, Square Enix.
Totally not.
But it's run by this guy named Xemnas, whose goal is to steal Kingdom Hearts. We still have no idea what Kingdom Hearts is. We have no idea what it is. It's still some abstract, weird, out there idea. But he wants to steal it. And now he's using an organization to do so.
A little more organized. No pun intended. Like, legit no pun intended.
Like, I actually have the list up because they all have their own nicknames. Xemnas' nickname / tag, whatever you want to call it, is the superior of the in-between.
God damn it.
Tell me that's not a fucking god complex.
You mean it's not?
Then there's my boy, number 2, Zigbar, the free shooter. I understand he is, like, the biggest asshole ever. He is the world's biggest dickbag. Second only to, second only to one other person in the organization. We'll get to that. Hi, honey. Tell me how you really feel. Please don't. I don't want to.
Just stab him in the dick.
Zigbar is a super cocky, super smart-ass sniper, basically. There's the third one, Zaldin, the Whirlwind Lancer, which fighting him is a bitch.
It really is.
His whole thing is wind and spears, because that totally goes hand in hand. Number 4, Vexen, the chilly academic. He's basically the frickin' emo kid. He actually has the blue emo hair over his eye and everything. And his whole thing is...
He's kind of adorable, not gonna lie.
Especially once he actually becomes Evan again. Oh wait, no, sorry. Vexen is the blonde dude. Zexion is what I was thinking of.
Zexion. I like him.
Zexion is the emo kid. Sorry,
I love him.
my bad.
I love him.
Vexen is the one who controls ice, and he's the one who kind of went when everything went down. There's Lexaeus, which is basically how do you describe Lexaeus?
You don't.
A lot of them are very unique, and Lexaeus is this big strawberry blonde-ish, like he's somewhere between redhead and strawberry blonde. Who his whole thing is his weapon is called an axe sword. That actually kind of makes me angry. Gunblade I can handle, gun sword I can handle, but an axe sword, it's either an axe or a sword. Pick one. Pick a lane and stick in it. But his whole thing is I control the powers of the earth. Then there's Zexion, my baby. The art of illusion and his lexicon called the Book of Retribution.
Baby.
Yeah, get this. His actual name is Yenzo. And his whole nobody thing is he is the cloaked schemer. He is the one with all the nefarious plans for everybody else. He makes the plans, you follow them, you be nefarious, he'll make the plan. And then
thing, and you do it right, and you don't fuck it up, it works.
It just fucking works.
That's his whole thing.
And then there's Syx, the werewolf. I mean, the lunar diviner. I know he's not technically a werewolf, but Square Enix basically made him a werewolf without calling him a werewolf.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, he literally berserks when there's a full moon. He literally, if the moon is full, he goes berserk. All a frickin' Hulk smash ragey. And then there's my wife's favorite, Axel. The flurry of dancing flames is his epithet.
I love him.
There's Demix, the melodious nocturne. He's a mullet-having, sitar-playing fuckboy.
I could take him or leave him.
Unfortunately, he's kind of actually important to the series is the hard part.
He is. Like, I mean, I don't love him, but I don't hate him.
Then there's one of my other favorites, Luxord, the Gambler of Fate.
Okay, I love Luxor.
He looks like a blonde like he could be Chris Angel's blonde brother. He is gorgeous. He's amazing. He is one of the only ones who did not actually return to his body after everything went down.
Forgot about that.
He's still a nobody.
I forgot about that.
And then my wife's other favorite, Marluxia.
I will stab you! Fuck that guy!
I love you. Don't hurt me.
Fuck Marluxia, first of all.
He's the graceful assassin, aka the pretty flower scythe wielder.
He's a creepy ass motherfucker.
But he's pretty.
He's pretty, but he's creepy as fuck. I don't like him.
Fun fact, he's voiced by Reaper.
That I knew.
No, Marluxia is... He's kind of sort of put in charge of keeping track of Namie, but the way he does it is really uncomfortable.
Yeah, like, that whole thing just makes me super uncomfortable, and it's why I don't like it.
And then there's Larxene, the raging lesbian. I hate her. She's so annoying.
Another one that I could honestly leave.
Marluxia
and then she comes back in 3.
Marluxia and Larxene are also still nobodies.
Mm-hmm.
Which they've actually hinted that means that there's somebody's died. And they're what's left. And then number 13, Roxas. The key of destiny. There's that stupid word again. Destiny. And that Keyblade again. And surprise, he's Sora's nobody. And then, did you know that the Organization 13 has 14 members?
I did.
Shion.
Oh, Shion's so baby.
Which is funny because you would think that Namine was the nobody of Kairi.
You would think.
Although Shion's not technically the nobody of Kairi, she was an imperfect female replica of Sora created from the memories of Kairi. So she's technically a nobody of both of them, but nobody at the same time.
No pun intended.
Genuinely no pun intended, because that was when I sat there just like, but this string goes here, but why does it also go here and here? This string should only go one way. It does not go 4 different places. When I first played it, I actually had a red, like the red yarn and everything, trying to figure out what connected where.
The best way to say that is she doesn't actually exist.
She doesn't, but she exists in 3 because if they killed her off, they'd have a very angry fan base. So Kingdom Hearts 2 goes on. You defeat Organization 13, and the new Princesses of Heart are announced, but they don't tell you who they are. They basically say, great, you defeated it.
Have fun.
And we'll tell you when 3's coming out.
Nah, just
12 years to the day later. I called up my wife. We were still just friends at the time when they announced 3.
I got 3 before you.
You did, but that was because at the time I didn't have a job.
Yeah. A friend bought it for me.
Anyway, when they announced it was coming out, I called up Luda and I was like, I can say it. Say what? I can finally say it. What do you mean? I did my waiting. 12 years of it. It has come in!
To be fair, I made the same joke.
But you were just like, you son of a bitch. It's 10 in the morning.
Yep.
At least it was 10 for me. It was like 8 for you because I think you were in California.
I was 9. So yeah. There's an hour difference.
Yeah. So for you, it was still morning.
I was like, I'm sleeping, you asshole.
But it's been announced.
Click.
Message. I literally set like GIF after GIF after GIF.
I turned my phone off.
And then they got spammed with all the GIFs followed by you asshole. I love our relationship.
Yep.
It hasn't changed much over the years.
It really hasn't.
The only difference is now we put a ring on it.
Yeah, like we literally have a piece of paper.
So yeah, no, 12 years of waiting. They released some DS games that we're not going to go into because that's going to be a whole tirade of its own.
But guess what? They still apply.
They do. There are 3 characters, well, technically 4, that they introduced. They're extremely important to the storyline. Terra, Aqua, Ventus, and not Xehanort, but the other master. He's voiced by Mark Hamill.
It's not Ansem.
No, it's the one they confirmed that they were having a lover's tiff. I actually have to look this up now. Ericus.
That's it.
Master Ericus, who's voiced by Mark Hamill.
I was a little too happy when I heard about that.
He's such a cool character.
I like him.
But yeah, so they introduced Xehanort and Ericus, who were Keyblade teachers at this school for teaching you to master Keyblades. And some shit goes down. It literally, the entirety of the DS / side games can be summed up to Terra no.
I did it anyway.
God damn it, Terra. That's the entirety of the side games.
And Aqua being mom.
Team Mom, Team Mom, Team Mom.
I actually really like Aqua.
I could take her or leave her. Like, for me, she's like Kairi is for you. Whereas I want to actually stab Kairi.
Yeah, no. I like Aqua. She has more character than Kairi.
She does. She has more personality, but like, she's not my favorite, but she's not my least favorite.
Yeah, no, like she, again, Team Mom.
Totally Team Mom. And then there's Ventus, who looks an awful lot like Roxas.
Who looks an awful lot like Sora.
And he has a brother?
Ow?
Have you met his brother Vanitas? Kind of a dig. Ignoring that. Have you met his brother Vanitas? Kind of an asshole, tries to kill you a few times in 3.
Yeah.
Who looks an awful lot like Sora?
Who looks an awful lot like Roxas.
Because, you know, we're just gonna do this, and whatever you guys put together, I'm pretty sure they trolled the Tumblrs and the Reddits and everything. Like, they stalked those to put the story together for how they were all connected. Because it sounds like a really bad Tumblr fanfic.
It does. I love Kingdom Hearts, but I will also read it to fucking filth.
Because Ventus is also Roxas, who is also Sora. And they're connected by the power of destiny.
There's that fucking word again.
They use it an awful lot. starting to wonder if it's actually Destiny or if they're just like, we're gonna call it that because you don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
I feel like it's a lot of that.
Yeah, so fast forward to 3. Sora's actually aged. He actually grew the fuck up.
He's like 17 now.
Oh my god, he is. Jesus. Has it been that long?
I mean, if his voice is a lot deeper too.
True. So yeah.
I mean, he's like in between 15 and 17.
We'll just say 16 and split the difference.
I'm actually gonna look it up.
So yeah, you show up, and by the way, Riku's a Keyblade Master now, and King Mickey's back, and they're bouncing between the world of Heartless and our world to try and save Aqua, who got sucked into the Heartless realm, and Riku's Keyblade looks like a car key. If you actually look it up, his Keyblade looks like a freaking, and I'm aging myself here, a Geo Golf key.
We forgot to mention this.
What?
Who Sora's voice actor is.
Haley Joel Osment.
It's Haley Joel Osment.
If y'all didn't know who Haley Joel Osment is, I'll give you a hint. I see dead people. He's the kid from Sixth Sense. One of the only good M. Night Shyamalan movies. He only has like 2 good movies that
He's
I can
15.
think of. Okay, we were close. So in the game, it's only been 3 years. For us, he'd be our age by now. So yeah, I got distracted. I'm sorry. Right. So Riku has a keyblade that looks like a car key. Mickey's going around helping him out. Mickey looks like he's trying to dress like one of the hip kids. He's trying to be cool and down with the awesomeness that is kids. Like he looks like that dad that walked into Hot Topic and tried to dress cool.
Mm-hmm.
And you, Goofy, and Donald show up. You go talk to Master Yen Sid. He may your heart be your guiding key. And surprise, guess who we're gonna go visit first? Hercules.
It actually made me really happy. But no, you know what pissed me off? When they did the title thing, Kingdom Hearts 2.5. That pissed me off. I was just like...
We're not talking about that.
I was just like, are you fucking shitting me?
Yep.
Is that what this game is gonna be?
And then it fast forwarded.
And I was like, oh, fuck.
Hey, babe. Continued in 4.
3. 2.
That's just gonna be a reference from here on out at this point, I guess.
So how's that pain and terror treating it?
I don't know. Let's ask Maya how she's doing.
Okay, but
So yeah, you go to Mount Olympus, except it's not Mount Olympus. You're in Greece this time. Like, you're actually in the city. And things are on fire, and Donald is still wasting all the healing items!
I actually made it so he wouldn't do that shit.
Do you know how long it took me to realize you could actually turn off his ability to use healing items?
It took me about 4 hours of constant play.
I didn't know you could turn off his ability to use healing items until I was 25. I legit didn't know that was a thing, because I didn't do the tactics thing or in the other ones. Like, I just went through it and bought all the healing items I could buy because I was tired of him wasting my shit.
Yeah, no, you just don't give him healing items, too.
Well, it depends, too, because he can use the communal.
The communal, yes, but, like, you can actually turn off his ability to use it and just use his...
I didn't realize that until, like, my second playthrough of 3 and, like, my 8th playthrough of 1 and 2. I will admit, I didn't look at the whole tactics, look at who can do what thing for the longest time.
Yeah, well, one thing I will say that I like that improved is Donald will actually fucking heal you now.
He heals you?
Yeah?
He doesn't heal me.
He heals me.
Lucky bitch. But yeah, so Donald's still a waste
in close vicinity to him, though.
He doesn't heal me. So Donald's still a waste of space. Goofy is still Goofy.
He's still there.
And you go through this town that's on fire. There's Megara, there's Phil, there's Pegasus, and there's Herc. Plus, there's people running around screaming, there's things exploding, there's... Shit's hit the fan, folks.
You met Hades, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing? It's like, I'm doing my own thing, fuck off, yeet!
Yeets you into Athens, and... Surprise! he throws you right in front of Hercules. And Hercules is like, oh, you have to get back to the top of the mountain. Okay. Puts you on his statue and yeets the statue through the air, a la Superman style.
Great.
You hit the top of the mountain, you climb the mountain, you beat the Titans, you go save Zeus, you save Greece and Mount Olympus, yay. And then you go to Corona.
Wait, was that right after? Or no, then cutscene.
Right, cutscenes happen because
Axel.
Maleficent's a thing still. That bitch is still alive.
Somehow.
With Pete. Still.
How that fucker hasn't died is beyond me.
Hades is like, get off my cloud, bitch. I want nothing to do with you. I'm doing my own thing. I'm running solo. And she's like, I want nothing to do with you. Great, there's a box over there. If that's what you're looking for, get out of my place. Get off my cloud. Go, shoot. And so they're looking for a box.
Surprise, surprise, it's probably Pandora's box.
No, it's not. They find Pandora's box, but it's not what they're looking for. They leave because this is a waste of time.
They're like, we're not even interested in you guys.
I couldn't care less what I think of you. Even though I'm probably dwelling on it because my life is a fucking nightmare and you ruined my nefarious plans.
Life is a fucking nightmare.
So yeah, there's cutscene. Axel is now Lee. And Kyrie is flirting with him.
I kinda like it. Low-key.
Problem is look how long she led Sora on. The reason I get pissed off is she led Sora around like a puppy on a leash. And now she's like, well, I'm gonna flirt with Lee now because I'm done.
And she still has a thing for Sora.
Yeah, but look at what she did with Lee.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, she's pretty much leaving Sora to the side at this point. She's just like, nah, fam. Even though he's still looking for her.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're trying to become Keyblade Masters. Lee's having the whole existential crisis of, I was evil, what if they hate me? And it's like, nobody hates you. What if they hate me? Nobody hates you. What if they hate me? Boy?
That was pretty much me. Just boy?
Fast forward. Oh no, you go to Twilight Town next. Surprise! There's a cafe. And it's not open because nobody knows where the chef is. Oh no. Oh well, he's probably on break. He's probably smoking a cigarette, having a shot, something.
Probably.
You go to visit the mansion with the trio and Pence, Hayden, and Olette. And you save a rat.
He's cute though.
Hey Remy, what's up?
As soon as I saw Remy the first time, I fucking screamed. I was like, oh my god, look at my boy!
So you do that. Hey Sora, this would be a great place to find some ingredients!
And that's the game.
The entire game. Should we look for some ingredients around here? Oh yeah.
I need to show you Matt Pat's thing.
You already did. So, get Remy back to town. He works in the cafe that, surprise, is owned by Scrooge McDuck.
Because he has to be involved somehow.
He's involved in every game.
I know, that's why I'm like...
In 2, it was sea salt ice cream. In 1, it was literally all the shops in Hollow Bastion. So yeah, you hunt ingredients. The entire game, you're looking for ingredients and lucky emblems. It's a lucky emblem, Sora. It's a lucky emblem. So how about that lucky emblem?
I could do you one better. All the recipes. I gave up. I cannot. I can't do it.
I got the Keyblade once.
Is it worth it?
It's actually the most OP Keyblade in the whole game. Dude, it 3-shotted Luxord. I hate to say it, but the Ratatouille Keyblade is one of the best ones you'll get the entire game. Plus, if you max it out, it is insane. So yeah, you visit other worlds. Let's see, there's Corona, where Rapunzel is one of the new princesses of Heart.
I actually really like Rapunzel.
That stupid dance sequence.
I actually mastered it.
That fucking dance sequence.
I mastered
Haunts
it.
me
The first time.
in my sleep.
I got it the first time, probably because I'm good at rhythm games.
I'm good at rhythm games too, but that game just pissed me off.
Also, can I just... I just really like Tangled. So the fact that they added that made me
It's better
really
than
happy.
Frozen.
Which, by the way,
So you leave Corona.
you go to the well, no, you have a choice now.
Yeah, it's either Toy Story or... I have to picture the map in my head here.
I'll pull it up.
Well, while my wife pulls that up, you go to Toy Story. They finally added Toy Story after years and years of the fans pleading to put a Toy Story World in. They finally did. Woody's still a dick. Buzz is still a paranoid nut job. You have to go and save the toys because the toys have been taken by the Heartless. And what's this? You go to a toy store. You fight through the things, and suddenly there's
Okay, that's the line.
what looks like a young Zemnis,
It's the toy box.
who's voiced by Ben Diskin.
Yeah, no, it's the toy box, and then the fuck was that one?
Which one? You see? Monsters Inc.
Right.
Anyway, so there's a younger looking Zemnis who's voiced by Ben Diskin.
Yep. You go to.
By the way, Ben Diskin, you're ruining my life. I love you. You're ruining my life.
But yeah, you go to Toy Story.
I lost my train of thought.
Ben Diskin.
Right. So that's the thing. And then you get transported into a video game, which the main character of said video game is, I shit you not, Yazora. This character looks an awful lot like Prince Noctis from Final Fantasy 15. Square Enix, give me a crossover already! I want to see...
Hey, Kingdom Hearts is their crossover.
I want to see Ignis and Remy have a cook-off.
That'd be fucking great.
That's it. I've come up with a new recipe. Did I say that out loud? Sorry, my Ignis is showing. Anyway. So, you save the toys. You move on to the next world, which is Monsters, Inc. You look like a plushy reject.
No, Monsters Inc. comes in the next one. It comes after Arendelle.
Okay, so it's Arendelle. I can sum up Arendelle for you by quoting one vine. That's all we need. Up the mountain, down the mountain, up the mountain, down the mountain, up the mountain, down the mountain. Find the pieces of the goddamn snowman. I am losing my goddamn mind. Up the mountain, down the mountain, up the mountain, down the mountain.
It's Ice Palace!
Ugh. Frozen is the bane of any Kingdom Hearts fan's existence.
I wanted to throw my PlayStation into the sun, and my dad was laughing at me.
So was my dad. Because I was staying with my dad at the time, and he was just like, oh, hey, you should just let it go, Cam. Just let it go. No, Dad. Why don't you just fucking suck a dick? By the way, Dad, if you're listening, I love you.
Yeah, no,
But no, it's the way they did Frozen, like, the storyline portion of it was beautifully done. The playstyle of Arendelle was bullshit. Anybody who has actually played Kingdom Hearts 3 and has played through Arendelle, nobody I know has ever said that is their favorite level. Nobody. And it's all because the goddamn snowman and up the mountain, down the mountain, up the mountain, down the mountain, up the mountain, down the mountain. But you save Anna and Elsa, you defeat Hans, becomes a Heartless. Surprise.
that was probably one of the easiest boss battles I've ever done in my life.
He went down like a bitch.
He really did.
I think that was their way of making up for the up the mountain, down the mountain, though.
Yeah, no, like, I only died, like, maybe once during that boss battle.
Mm-hmm.
But that was just to figure out how it worked. The thing that I died the most in was coming down the mountain from the blizzard.
Up the mountain, down the mountain. Yeah, so you beat Arendelle. You never want to go back again. Ever, 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 ever.
And then you go to Monstropolis.
Yep, go to Monstropolis where you look like a plushy reject.
It's great,
And
I love it.
Goofy looks like your actual worst nightmare.
And then there's Donald.
Donald just looks like Donald.
Donald looks like Donald. But Monster Sora, I think, is really cute.
He reminds me of like a plushie that got put through that didn't pass inspection.
A little bit, but I still love him.
And your whole thing there is the Heartless are stealing the screams.
But we're not a Scream Factory anymore.
No, but they're still stealing screams.
Yeah.
And there's a human child.
Why are you here again? What?
That is a lost child.
Yeah.
I walk up to the child and I grab her. I have the child.
That's pretty much how that whole world went.
And then there's riding the rails.
Oh god.
There's an entire.
Randall's there. He's helping. Whatever. Fucking.
Randall's trying to be the ultimate evil. Rar, grr, ar. So scary, so vicious. Bitch, you're a pushover.
Fuck the next world, by the way.
And then there's a whole scene where you're riding doors on rails and you're trying to defeat Heartless and not die, not get knocked off the rails, and make sure that the kid can get home safe. You get the kid home safe. You leave before shit hits the fan, even though it already has. And as you're leaving, you're just like, that's weird. There are doors that connect to other worlds.
Oh, hi, Vanitas.
Yeah, no, like, as you're leaving, just, oh shit, Vanitas! Bye, bitch. This is Sparta. Boom! That's how that went down. You can't tell me otherwise.
And then you're back in your gummy ship?
Yep, I believe you go back to the gummy ship after that. And it's off to the next world.
Fuck the next world, by the way.
Which one is it?
I have still not beat it.
Oh! They bring in Big Hero 6. San Francisco. It's actually one of my favorite worlds.
Aesthetically, I love it.
I just love it because I love Big Hero 6.
Oh, same.
Which got completely dwarfed by Frozen.
I would much rather have kids singing Fall Out Boy.
Oh, yeah. If I hear Let It Go one more time.
Okay, but anyway. San Francisco. And I can't say anything about the world after it because I haven't gotten there yet.
So San Francisco, you meet up with Big Hero 6. You meet up with the team. You meet up with Baymax and all this, and...
Baymax just makes me happy.
Baymax is precious. Hello, I am Baymax, your personal healthcare companion.
I love him.
And so, you go through, you start saving the city, and all of a sudden there's Heartless Nanobots.
God damn it.
Shit goes crazy. Ben Diskin is back!
Hey, what's up?
But the problem is he has an evil Baymax. And he mentions, oh yeah, no. Hero over there, that little shit, the kid with the spiky hair who looks a lot like Sora but shouldn't because there's no fucking connection.
Literally no connection.
Yeah, he abandoned the first Baymax, and I found him, and I saved him, and Hero's a bad person for abandoning Baymax. That's actually what goes down.
I know. I still
And
haven't gotten to that part, but I know.
Poor Hero is just like, I didn't want to leave him. And this is a child.
He's like 12.
He's like 12, 13. This is a child having an existential crisis about, oh god, I abandoned my best friend, even though I'm staying on my best friend's back.
Yeah, and the thing with that one is, like, if anybody who's seen the movie, he really did not want to leave him.
He tried. He tried so hard.
I love that movie.
It hurts so much, though. Anyway.
Surprise, you beat him.
You beat him. There's a heartfelt moment. Evil Baymax is now good Baymax. Now there's two Baymax.
Two Baymax.
Because one was good, why not have two?
Yay!
Porque no los dos?
Yay!
And so you leave the group. Fred's crying because he wants to stay with his BFFs forever, and his monster suit's crying too for some reason, even though there's no tear ducts. It's fucking weird. I love Fred, though. Fred is adorable. And then there's Wasabi.
I love all of them.
My absolute favorite will always be Wasabi, though, because that's me.
Quarantine. You know what that means?
It means do not go in there.
He's a mood. He's a goddamn mood the entire movie.
He's me. So you leave. You leave San Francisco. You leave the Big Hero 6 team. It's sad. There's tears had. He mentions his brother and how his brother would be proud of him and everything. And then there's lots of crying.
I cried. I would cry.
I cried like a bitch.
I saw the cutscene and I cried.
It hurt.
I still haven't gotten there.
We'll get you there.
Soon.
And then what world is next? Oh, hey! One of my favorite worlds because it's the return of one of my favorite Organization 13, Luxord. He is currently helping the Heartless in Port Royal, where you're running from all the bullshit.
I still haven't gotten to this
So much bullshit. You're running from Cutler Beckett and Davy Jones and all this, and it's basically the scene from... I want to say At World's End was the big fight with the Maelstrom.
That's At World's End.
Yeah, so it's basically, you go to the other world, you save Jack, you come back.
Sup, Jack?
Sup, Jack, you're not actually dead again. I thought you were dead.
Does Captain Jack ever die?
No.
Good.
I mean, look at Dead Men Tell No Tales. He should have died. So yeah, you do that. You meet Barbossa briefly, I believe. And then, surprise, Cutler Beckett, Navy, Heartless. There's flying Heart. They fly now?
They fly now.
They fly now. There's flying pirate Heartless. On, like, little rockets. And all this other shit. You fight the undead. You fight the Heartless. You go hunting for treasure, because that's important right now. And Jack's paranoid about being on the ocean because, surprise, the Kraken killed him once, and now he's just like, I don't want to be anywhere near the ocean right now because people are trying to kill me, and it's like, this is news. Sora tells him to man the fuck up. Will and Elizabeth have a moment because you can't have it without those two losers. And you defeat Luxord. Luxord's just like, nah, I'm not paid enough for this shit. I'm out. And you get the Pirates of the Caribbean Keyblade. You leave.
And that's all the world.
Yeah, and then you bounce around all of them. Like, you basically end up chasing from world to world to world. Until you get the world that never was. Also known as the Keyblade Graveyard.
Also the 100-Acre Wood.
Yeah, that's mostly side quests, though.
I never wanted to leave.
I didn't either. It was cute, but like it wasn't as dire to the main storyline. But you get to the Keyblade Graveyard, where you show up with Riku and Kairi and Lee and Shion and basically everybody ever. Even Ventus shows up. Ventus, Roxas, everybody. And you start fighting through all these Heartless, and there's Organization 13, or what's left of them. Xemnas, Ansem, Zigbar, Marluxia, Larxene, and a few others. Like, anybody that didn't go back to their bodies is basically just like, nah, we want to destroy the world. Mm-hmm. And then there's Master Xehanort in his evil, conniving ways. You fight through it. You get to a big old magical cutscene at the end. They confirmed that this whole bullshit, everything from Kingdom Hearts 1 onward, started because it was a lover's quarrel. Xehanort and Ericus were a thing. Square Enix has confirmed this. And this whole thing started because they couldn't agree on something, and they ended up fighting together. And they broke up, and this all bullshit started. Except it didn't. You beat Xehanort, he goes to live in the afterlife with his boyfriend. And there's another cutscene!
Goddamn cutscenes.
Except this time it's in the middle of the Keyblade Graveyard, and there's a very, very familiar sniper sitting on a chest that's black. And 3 people. One wearing a unicorn mask, one wearing, I think it's a lion?
I don't remember.
It's the 3 from Union Cross.
Yep.
It's the 3 heads of the different factions or whatever. They show up, start talking to Zigbar like they know him, call him by another name, and he's just like, it's been a long time. You got time for a story? And credits.
So you want to hear a story?
So, you want to hear a story? Wait, wrong franchise.
We covered this one already. Briefly. We'll go back to it.
So yeah, that's basically Kingdom Hearts. Is, don't do the thing. I did the thing. Destiny. Fuck, we did the thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, I love Kingdom Hearts, but even though I've been playing it for so long, even I'm sitting here like, what the fuck?
Here's a few worlds that I want. Jeez.
So going into the fan portion of this, because it took an hour to cover the basic story of the 3 games.
And that's without going into detail.
Or into the side games. Each game is going to have its own episode at some point.
Yeah.
But anyway. So. I know there's a lot of worlds we wanted to see in 3. One of the ones I was super disappointed that we didn't get, and I'm still kind of disappointed that we didn't get, was we didn't get Midgar from 7. They have a lot of characters from 7. They've proven they have the potential to do Final Fantasy worlds. But they didn't actually... Like, they hinted that we might get Midgar. They hinted that we might get the whole Final Fantasy 7 thing. And then they were like, nah, we changed our mind.
But there's also a lot of Disney worlds I wanted to see.
Oh, there's a ton of Disney worlds I wanted to see.
Here's a few of them.
Let's see. Atlantis. Yeah, we need an Atlantis. I'm sorry. I need that. I need to see Kita mouthing off to Sora.
I do too. It'd be beautiful.
I need to see Vinny being like, hey, look, I made a bridge. It took all of what? 5 seconds. Or 10 seconds. 11 tops. Definitely would have loved to have seen a Treasure Planet world. Mousy London.
Great Mouse Detective.
Oh! Okay, to be fair, do you know it's been since I've seen that movie?
Another one, just because I want to see the designs for the characters. Simply because I want to see the designs for the characters, is Sherwood Forest.
Oh yeah, Robin Hood.
Mm-hmm. Simply because I want to see those designs.
Also, one that we need, because Kingdom Hearts is in corporation with Disney, and Disney owns the rights now. Where's my Star Wars crossover?
Dun dun dun
dun dun dun dun.
Which trilogy?
Yes.
We could cover all three.
Literally, they could introduce one world for each in each of the new games. But what I would love to see is Sora try to be all heroic and Han being like, God, you're an idiot. Or, like, try to fly the gummy ship and Poe being like, get out of the pilot seat, let me fly.
Apparently, Star Wars was supposed to be a world in 3.
They ran out of space and time, though.
Mm-hmm. And so was Marvel.
That's another one I would love to see, because I would love to see Tony take a look and go, you're a kid. Pete, is this one of your friends? And Pete being like, hi, I'm Peter Parker. I'm Sora. Oh, we're going with made-up names. I'm Spider-Man.
I want that.
I need to see Peter Parker and Sora interacting. I'm not even gonna lie.
I want it. I just really, really want it.
Although one of our listeners brought up a really interesting question that made me think. It was in one of the private messages.
Right.
If it wasn't strictly, like...
Oh, Tron was a world.
It was. If it wasn't strictly Disney worlds, outside of the Disney franchise, what's a world you would like to see?
Outside of the Disney franchise?
Mm-hmm.
Just, like, in general? Or, like, of the things that Square Enix owns?
Anything that they could partner up with.
That's a good question. I would really like to see, well, one of the things I'd definitely like to see is Zootopia.
Yeah.
But that's Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Pixar, Disney.
Like, let's narrow it down to, like, say, DreamWorks anime, stuff like that.
The Road to El Dorado.
Okay, yeah, you're not wrong. I would actually that would make a very interesting crossover, especially when, like, Tulio's sitting there trying to make a plan, and Miguel and Sora are just like, what's a plan?
Mighty and powerful God.
And Sora being like, I just fought a god. I just punched him in the face, by the way. No, honestly, one that I would like to see, and I get a lot of flack for it, because it wouldn't exactly be a family-friendly crossover, and I wish they could do it, but I would love to see Resident Evil meets Final Fantasy. I would love to see a Raccoon City world.
Oh, that'd be cool. You're in Raccoon City. It's a zombie abyss.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. But no, like, it's interesting to think that if it wasn't strictly Square Enix and Disney, what other worlds can be brought into it,
Square Enix has a lot of property.
Where's my 15? Give me Ignis and the boys in Kingdom Hearts, damn it. Because imagine Gladio trying to trade Sora. Or Prompto being like, oh, you guys need a picture of that? Here, I have selfie skills for days.
My boy.
And Noctis just being like, I don't want to be here. I want to go to bed. Let me go to bed. Please? Please? Please?
I just realized another Square Enix property. Tomb Raider.
Okay, that would be interesting.
Tomb Raider is done by Square Enix.
Another one Disney technically owns. Indiana Jones. Because they bought LucasArts.
Da 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 da!
Da da da!
That'd be cool. I'd love to see...
What?
them meeting Han and then them meeting Indy be like, you look like that guy.
Who? I don't know who you're talking about.
Because Harrison Ford.
Uh-huh.
And getting Harrison Ford, because you know he would.
Actually, no. He said he was done with Han after, was it last gen? No, it was Force Awakens, right?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about Indy.
Oh, for Indy, yeah.
He'd come back.
But he did say, because Han wasn't supposed to survive past his first appearance, believe it or not.
I know that.
But, no, it would be very interesting to see if they could get those kinds of crossovers going, because they've already done a crossover with Pirates of the Caribbean. Live action is not off the table.
No, it's not.
And with the new graphics, it would look so cool.
I'd love to see Indiana Jones.
So now one of the hard-hitting questions. What would your own personal Keyblade look like?
I'll need to draw it.
Like, just a brief description. What would it be called?
It's hard because, like, there's a bunch that already have names like that.
Mm-hmm.
Part of the Shooting Star line, basically, like a galaxy-based one.
Honestly, mine, I hate to admit it, but because I am that kind of trash, would probably be like a mixture of One-Winged Angel and the Chocobo Keyblade.
I forgot there was a Chocobo Keyblade.
Mine would probably end up being a combination of those, but it would probably have like the Final Fantasy 15 look. I know what it'd be called. Insomnia.
Yeah.
Because let's face it, as much as I love the original Final Fantasy games, 15 is my favorite of the quote-unquote newer games.
Dragon Quest is Square Enix property. Nier Automata is Square Enix property.
Nier Automata is not child-friendly, though. It's so not child-friendly.
Life is Strange is Square Enix property.
Is it?
Yeah. Just Cause is Square Enix property.
Also another one that's not kid-friendly.
Speaking of Mana.
I don't know what that one is.
Octopath Traveler. Dragon Quest.
Anyway.
There's a lot that are not child-friendly.
Yeah, so getting back onto the Kingdom Hearts train, though.
Mm-hmm.
One thing we did forget to cover. It's spoopy time.
It is.
We didn't cover Halloween Town. I feel like we have failed our Pumpkin King. We have failed our Spooky Overlord. So Halloween Town's interesting because it's introduced in the first game. It's consistent in all three games.
At least mentioned.
Well, in 3 you go to Christmas Town instead, but it's still dealing with
I haven't gotten there yet.
It's still dealing with Jack's bullshit. So, yeah, you go through Halloween Town. The first time it's because Heartless have invaded and Jack wants to use them in his Halloween show. Second time it's because Oogie's back and it's all this bullshit again. And third time it's because the Heartless have invaded Christmas Town and Shock, Lock, and Barrel are at it again. And once again, Oogie's pulling his bullshit and all this other bullshit. And, can we just have one game where Halloween Town isn't getting fucked up?
Let it be. Let it be.
They've already had enough of a headache as it is. Have you met Jack? No offense, I love that skeleton boy. But he needs to stop. And now, real quick part where we sell out. Let me get my little list of commercials here. Do you want to quickly plug that thing that Twisted's doing?
Yeah, so a good friend of mine, Twisted Sketch, has a Kickstarter going for spooky My Little Pony pins. And they're actually really, really good. I'm so in love with the designs. They have, they're really close to unlocking one of the newer ones, too. So, in the description, we'll link that Kickstarter.
It'll be in the YouTube link, as well as on our Twitter.
Yep. Oh, but, her Twitter is ask_twisted, and you can also find the information there.
Sorry, I'm still pulling up stuff.
Excuse me.
So, one of my good friends, he makes all these cool custom t-shirts and everything. If you have the chance, check out Mr. Wu's Equippable's equippableitems.com. Again, that's Mr. Wu's equippableitems.com. He makes super awesome shirts that I do the designs for. He makes super cool beadwork. It's all nerd themed. Like, there's earrings, there's pendants, there's pins. It's a little bit of everything. And then there's one of my other very dear friends, Tholfbutt Artworks. She does custom vinyl decals, and she does custom art. She's really affordable. She, much like Mr. Wu, is local. They are all Albuquerque based. Be sure to check them out, especially with the holiday season coming up. If you're looking for some cool t-shirts for the kids, if you're looking for something special for your friend's car, you know, just it wouldn't hurt to check them out. And they are all local artists, so speaking from experience as a local artist, getting them some business is better than no business, especially during right now. It's really hard for all of us as artists. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. It's really difficult for artists right now who usually make profit during Comic-Con or anime cons, where we can't go to these events and sell our wares. It would mean the world if you guys go check out their sites. Tholfbutts, just go ahead and look her up on Facebook. The description is in all of our YouTube videos. It'll be in the description of this one as well. And Mr. Wu's equippableitems.com. A lot of the local artists rely on, right now especially, rely on our online business. So if you have the chance, go check them out and please support them. And if you haven't had a chance, check out our Patreon, which the link is also in our YouTube videos. We have a couple of different tiers, and they all come with these super awesome perks. There's the $3 Nerdling, which gives you access to our Discord servers plus a personalized thank you, which means that you'll get a personalized message from us as well as a thank you in our Patreon videos when we do our monthly, who signed up for what, and our updates, basically. There is What Is Up Superfan, our $10 a month subscription. Same thing, gives you access to our Discord, gives you the personalized thank you, but you also get a sneak peek behind the scene, see what goes into making our episodes, and you maybe even get to be a part of the episode. Plus, you get a super awesome sticker set to say thank you for your support. There is the Collective, our $25 tier. You get all the previous tiers, but you also get a customized coffee mug once they are available with our logo on it. Plus, if you feel like it, for like an extra $2, we will add your name to it. And then there is the Corporate Overlords. On top of all the other amazing benefits in the other tiers, as Corporate Overlord, Crown and Evil Minions sold separately, you get access to live Q&As. You get a huge say in some of our content, including pick the theme of one of our podcasts. You'll also get advertisement of your personal online physical shop or business every episode. And then when you go to cons, and we go to host panels, you get special VIP access to our VIP-only panel, as well as early access to our regular panels. You also get to opt in if you'd like to a New Mexican care package, which includes a bag of coffee that is New Mexican brand, a Hatch Green Chili product, a New Mexican themed keychain, shot glass, cup, or other touristy item, and a sticker and coffee mug set with our logos on it. So yeah, if you guys haven't had the chance, please go check out our Patreon again, especially for people who are self-employed or who have had their hours severely cut due to COVID, which is almost everybody in the state of New Mexico, and I'm guessing elsewhere. Supporting your self-employed artists is currently keeping them afloat right now, so please go check them out. Again, Mr. Wu's equippableitems.com, Tholfbutt Artworks on Facebook, and our Patreon. It would mean the world to us. And thank you guys so much, and back to your scheduled crack. So
3.
3.
The end of 3. How's that treating you?
Okay, so Just so you know, Zigbar has been my favorite since 2. He is my all-time favorite of the Organization 13. I love that man to death. When they revealed his real identity in 3, I fucking lost it.
Dude, same.
I actually called Luna. Luna can vouch. I called and went on like an hour-long rant. And then I hear this, I haven't beaten it yet. Which produced another hour of apologizing for ruining the ending. Like, I almost broke my controller. I was so angry at how it ended.
From what I understand, it left it kind of open-ended.
Oh, it left it very open-ended. They've actually confirmed that they're already working on 4.
It's time to wait another 12 years.
By the time that one comes out, I'll be almost 40. Actually, no. Yeah, I will be 40. If it takes as long as this one did.
We'll probably have kids.
They won't get to play it till I'm done with it. No, kids, you have to play the others first. You have to play it the original way. None of this VR bullshit. You have to play it the OG way. The way that your mother and I played it back in the day.
Yeah. If it takes that long, we will have kids before the next one comes out. And we're not talking about the DLC. We're talking about the next game.
Because they can release DLC till the cows come home. But it doesn't count as the next game.
And I'm not talking about a spin-off either.
No. It has to be Kingdom Hearts 4. Give me Kingdom Hearts 4 or give me death.
We'll probably be dead before it comes out.
Bitch, I will rise up from the grave to play it.
Oh, dude, same.
But now the question begs. Hey, Disney, when are you going to give us a Kingdom Hearts world? In Disney World.
They have some of it in Tokyo.
Yeah, but I'm talking about here in the States. I know, it's wishful thinking, but we can't exactly afford
Actually, Halloween.
Yeah, but that's only seasonal.
The closest thing we're gonna get. They just gave us a full-on Star Wars world.
We still need to go. I've never been.
We really do need to go. Star Tours is fun.
I've never been, so I had... all the stuff that you've told me is all I know. Is there anything else we wanted to cover?
Not that I can think of. Again, we're gonna be cutting the,
We're not doing the viewer call-in at the moment because when I was editing the video to upload it to YouTube, there were some issues, so until we get that figured out, we won't be doing viewer call-ins, unfortunately, but it's just a technical issue. We'll have it figured out soon. As soon as I have it fixed, we'll be doing it again, but because that's like the last 20 minutes of our program...
It cuts us a little short.
It does cut us a little short, and I'm sorry it's not as long as the other episodes.
We're going to... But also, Kingdom Hearts is so big that if we were to really go into it, like, really get into it, we'd be here all day.
I wouldn't be able to go to work.
Yeah, no. And we need to go to work and make money.
Because our soundproofing has been downgraded. Another reason to support our Patreon is we need actual soundproofing.
Pay for us to get the foam soundproofing, please.
Right now, our soundproofing is no longer a quilt because the quilt got severely damaged. It is now a green felt moving blanket that is being held up by thumbtacks. So, please consider becoming a Patreon because you can help us get actual soundproofing. You can help us get better equipment. It would help us in the long run.
Yeah.
That being said, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Tune in next week when we talk about...
our Halloween special. Woo.
Which will be a surprise.
It is going to be a surprise. We're keeping it a secret because, let's be honest here, everybody likes a little surprise for Halloween.
Yeah.
And since it's the day before Halloween, we figure we'll do a Halloween special. We may even, if we have the ability to, we may do a wow, English is a thing. Depending on how we're doing, we'll probably end up doing a costume stream, which means we'll be doing it with camera. Depending on how things work out. It just depends on how our graphics work and everything, too.
We'll need to get a light.
We can, I think,
We have a light.
English is a thing. Fuck my life.
We have a light.
We do. We have a ring light.
We do.
We have a small one, but it'll work. Also, if you guys want to see more video, like actual videos and not just listen to us, if you want video podcasts, please become a Patreon so we can actually get a real ring light.
I have a decent webcam that'll work for now.
Mine works pretty well too.
Yeah,
But we would like to actually be able to do like a like once a month video stream with you guys. Do one stream a month where it's us talking with you guys on camera. But that being said, tune in next week for our surprise Halloween special. It's going to be our 7th episode, which means we'll have a week's worth of episodes.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. If you haven't yet, go subscribe to our YouTube so you never miss an episode. And be sure to subscribe to our Twitch so you never miss an episode. Check out our Patreon, go check out our sponsors, and we will see y'all in the next episode. Stay cool, my coffee beans.